Right now, no more Mifflin. After dozens of arrests on campus this year, how police are planning to shut down the future of the party.
Also, the latest on the state budget battle as the governor clashes with Republicans over one of his key issues. What it means for you.
And it is a chilly start to our morning, but this will be the last real cool brisk day. We do have some brighter and warmer weather on the way.
Thank goodness. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. You know, folks, we've been too negative today, talking about how awful the weather has been.
Me?
Let's focus on the positives.
But you like this weather, or you don't mind it? So
I like the snow.
Okay.
The spitty rain and the wind,
okay.
I think we can all do without.
Okay.
You have good news.
It's May, though. We're ready for some spring.
We are.
It's about time. We've got some good news in our forecast. Just have to deal with the next couple of, well, basically today is going to be the cool day. Temperatures in the 40s. We've got some clouds right now. A little bit of sunshine expected in western Wisconsin. May actually warm temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, but I think we'll be in the low 50s in Madison. Cooler to the east this afternoon, maybe struggling to get up to 50, but it's a cool start, and also that wind. Not as windy as yesterday, but we'll have that northwest wind this morning at 10 to 15, about 10 to 20 today as opposed to 15 to 25. Breezy and cool. Last day, and good riddance for that. We are expecting some sun to return tomorrow. Transition day. We're not quite where we should be yet, but we should get up closer to 60. Generally dry most of the rest of the week. Can't rule out a spotty shower Thursday and Friday, but temperatures are going to be warming into the upper 60s, close to 70. Kind of on the edge of the cloud cover and sunshine. A little bit more sunshine as you get west of Dane County. Low 50s expected this afternoon. Cooler to the east, where they will see that cloud cover a little bit thicker. Right now we're starting out at 43. Temperatures in the 40s this morning. A peak or two of sun expected today, but more sunshine tomorrow and warmer weather on the way. We'll have more coming up.
Kelly, thank you. Let's take a live look downtown this morning, where this year's Mifflin Street Block Party has police calling for an end to the event once and for all. After dozens of arrests this year, officers say every year they narrowly miss a catastrophe.
Our Armand Rahman has more on why police say it's too dangerous to keep going.
By doing nothing, this event gets endorsed.
That's why Captain Mike Hansen says when it comes to canceling the Mifflin Street Block Party, he is
very serious, because I'm trying to figure out the good of this event.
I don't find it overly surprising. I don't know if it's overly realistic either.
Students who live on the block say they were fine keeping partygoers from coming inside their homes.
I didn't necessarily feel unsafe. I think for me, as someone who's not super confrontational, telling people that they couldn't come inside and use the bathroom, or we didn't want a lot of people standing on our porch, was a little uncomfortable.
My friends I consider pretty responsible, and we locked our house down as best we could, so I personally didn't have any trouble now.
But with roughly 10,000 packed into the street,
there were definitely a lot of people. A lot more than I remember there being last year.
Hansen says his 200 officers face the dark side of that crowd every year.
We deal with the aftermath, and the aftermath is the arrests, the assaults, the injuries, the property damage, and it's year after year.
Police arrested at least 44, but that number is expected to go up.
People climbing trees and touching power lines, a nurse getting kicked in the head, an injured officer, and then disturbing once again is the fact that high schoolers attended this.
This year, they say a lot of that behavior is due to the 74 Borgs, or blackout rage gallons of alcohol that one team alone confiscated on the street. Students who live on Mifflin say they can do what they want on their property.
Can you really ticket them for drinking outside or drinking on a property? I don't know.
But MPD says it's becoming too much of a hazard.
No one is in favor of it continuing the way it is, because we each year dodge a major catastrophe.
It'll be sad to see it go, but I'm happy we got one more if it actually does get shut down.
That was Armand Rahman reporting. The university responded to MPD's press conference with a statement which reads in part, the off-campus Mifflin Street Block Party is not affiliated with the university. It's not a sanctioned event. However, the university does recognize that it can have a negative impact on our community. The university is interested in learning more about MPD's plans to address long-standing concerns with the event.
Over on channel3000.com, we asked you, should the Mifflin Block Party be ended? Hundreds answering our poll. So far, the majority wants it to stay. You can head over to channel3000.com, learn more about this story, and weigh in. Meanwhile, Madison police are confirming that a gun found on a Badger football player was stolen from a vehicle last summer. At a press conference, Madison Police Captain Mike Hansen said police approached Allen during the block party because he had an open intoxicant. When officers searched his bag, they found the gun. No word yet on if it was loaded or how Allen got the gun in the first place. He was bailed out of jail on Saturday. So far, he has not been charged with a crime.
In more local news this morning, one of the men charged with homicide in a case where a Dodgeville woman was killed will be back in court today. Eric Way is charged with one count of first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime in the death of his mother. Way and Philip Schmidt Way were both charged and entered not guilty pleas. The woman was Way's mother and Schmidt Way's grandmother. Now, prior to her death, she agreed to sell her family farm, which Schmidt Way was set to inherit. She was later found dead in her home, and an autopsy later determined that carbon monoxide poisoning was a contributing factor in her death. Eric Way will be in an Iowa County courtroom today at 8:30.
At the state capitol this morning, Wisconsin lawmakers want to make it harder for kids to open social media accounts without their parents' permission. The bill that's circulating right now would make social media companies verify the age of Wisconsin users and then get parental permission for kids to open accounts. The measure would also stop kids under 18 from using their accounts during overnight hours. Platforms that don't comply would face fines of up to $100 a day.
Lawmakers also beginning to work on the state budget today with that record-setting budget surplus to spend. The legislature's budget writing committee will start with their month-long process today. It's really one major piece of legislation here. Republicans and Democrats are going to have to agree on it over the next couple of years. Governor Evers included a variety of things in his budget draft, including broader policies for marijuana and infrastructure spending.
We need to double our efforts. So I'm again proposing to make the largest investment in high-speed internet in our state's history. I'm asking the legislature to join me in supporting a $750 million investment into broadband expansion grants.
However, broadband expansion likely not to happen. That's one of the things included in a memo released by Republicans that they want out of the budget. They are starting basically from scratch now, taking out more than 500 items from what the governor's proposed. There could be some compromise, though, over what tax cuts look like.
6:06, new information on the debt ceiling this morning with a deadline less than a month away now. The top 4 congressional leaders, including House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, will be at the White House next week to negotiate. This as new estimates say the nation could default on its debt as soon as June 1st. The White House says it wants a debt ceiling raise without any spending cuts, but McCarthy's Limit, Save, and Grow Act, now in the Senate, does trim the budget.
We've got to do it. $31 trillion and counting is too tenuous for the American people to absorb any longer.
This is not the way to do things, to hold the entire economy hostage to your political agenda.
President Biden and Representative McCarthy have not met since February.
We're covering some breaking news this morning. Writers in Hollywood are stepping away and beginning to strike. That means shows like The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, The Mandalorian, Stranger Things, and some of your other favorite shows could be off the air for a period of time. After failing to meet a midnight agreement, the Writers Guild of America will stop working. Current members of the union want higher pay, increased guaranteed residuals, among other new changes.
Writers are making 23% less than we were 10 years ago, while the companies are making record profits.
The companies impacted include Netflix, CBS, Disney, Amazon, and more. The last writer's strike in 2007 lasted 100 days, leading to many canceled or delayed shows. Department store Kohl's donating $3 million to Children's Wisconsin for 3 new mental health walk-in clinics. According to Kohl's, the intent of the donation is to open 1 clinic location each year over the next 3 years. The clinics provide mental health support to kids between the ages of 5 and 18 and are staffed with licensed therapists and social workers. The locations for those clinics haven't been selected yet, but Kohl's says that they'll be spread across the state.
The Hilldale Farmers Market is set to return this Saturday. It features dozens of vendors selling cheese, locally grown produce, bakery items, and more. New vendors will be joining the event this year, including Blue House Blooms and Supreme Seafood. You can find the market in the parking lot behind LL Bean, just off of Seagull Road. It runs every Wednesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 through the end of October.
6:09 coming up, the high school soccer team that's seemingly unstoppable right now. The change this season that's driving their run at a state championship.
And we're live in the 608 this morning with more on Felicia's donation closet and how you can help.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend the ortho team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
At McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. At McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Barnes, it's a great company.
I hear people talk a lot about how they enjoy working here.
We are Dane County's largest full-service lawn, landscape, tree, and snow removal company and 100% employee-owned.
We're often asked what it means to be an employee owner. It means we share our profits with the people who work at Barnes.
The better we do as employees, the happier our customer is, and the more likely they are to be with us long term.
Join the Barnes team. Apply at barnesincareers.com.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Strawberries, blueberries, and the cherry on top. Fairlife, with 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and a creamy taste, turns scrumptious into scrumptious. Fairlife, ultra-filtered milk.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend the ortho team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We're in the 608 this morning with how you can help support a local nonprofit called Felicia's Donation Closet.
Josh Sprider is live this morning to tell us all about the story behind Felicia's Donation Closet. Hey there, Josh.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, the mission behind this nonprofit is very, very special and very needed here in our community. And you can actually help them and give them support this week for their biggest fundraiser. This morning, we have a little bit of a preview of that. Felicia Denny, the CEO and founder of Felicia's Donation Closet, is with us this morning. And Felicia, I mean, the story behind this is very, very important to you because, you know, this is really supporting those that were domestically abused, both women and children, and you're a survivor yourself.
Yeah.
You know, why did this all kind of begin for you, and how did this all start?
Well, it started all with a couch that I had. I wanted to donate it. I didn't want to give it to a business that was going to sell and make money off of it. I wanted it to go to a needy family that would really appreciate it and use it.
And that was when you kind of first learned that there was such a need in the community because there are more than just one family out there.
Absolutely. I called a shelter, and when I showed up there, they only had mattresses on the floor, and I wanted to be more proactive. And I said, what can I do to help? And I put out a post on Facebook, and I got 175 comments from friends and family that wanted to donate different items, clothes, kitchen stuff, a dining room table, and then it just kind of rolled on from that, and I kept helping every month. The shelter kept calling me, and that was kind of what happened?
And where are you now? I mean, you've been able to help how many people so far?
We have helped 73 moms and 120 children.
That's incredible. And you need help from the community in order to make that happen.
Absolutely.
So how can people do that? Because obviously we're going to be talking about this event this week, but you're always looking for donations to be able to pull this off.
Absolutely. You can go to our website. There's a donation button, and it will send an email to me. And we pick up once a month, too. And we also appreciate when people can deliver the items to us, too.
So speaking of items, you guys
Yes.
are talking about your 3rd annual casino night that's going to be happening this weekend. You guys are going to have a live in-person auction. You also have a silent auction going on. So talk a little bit about what people can expect.
We have an online auction currently that you can start bidding on items as well. We have a diamond raffle, which you can also start purchasing those on the online auction. And then at the event, we have a live auction where you can actually bid. We have a real auctioneer that's going to be there, so it's kind of fun if you've never been to one.
That is so cool. So if people are interested in checking out the event this weekend, what do they need to know?
You can purchase tickets to come to the event and come in your best gold outfit because you get a chance of winning a prize too.
I love it. Yeah, Casino Night, 3rd annual. I mean, you've got some pretty cool prizes here. I got to pick this up here. You got a nice little football with all the Packers signatures on there. Autographs. Isn't that pretty cool? So a lot of the stuff like this, guys, that you'll be able to check out. And of course, this all goes to a good cause. So really, really cool. Items out available. If you'd like to learn more information, I have all of this up on channel3000.com. You'll be able to find links right there. And of course, an important cause here in our community. Felicia doing great work, but she can't do it without you guys at home.
Wow, lots of cool stuff there, huh?
All right, let's help them out. Let's do some good. Thanks, Josh.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email.
All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka now. Your first warn forecast. What do we got going on out there?
Well, I tell you what, we've been watching the storm system just kind of hanging out and spinning, giving us this cloudy, cool, wet weather at times. Just has not been moving. Now, we are seeing that clouds, kind of the fetid clouds moving down across the Badger State. I know it's kind of hard to tell. This is our infrared satellite, but from Eau Claire down toward Black River Falls, La Crosse seeing a little bit of clearing. We might see a little bit of that, especially areas west of Madison. But I tell you what, they're just getting pelted with this snow. Up in the UP of Michigan, some locations 12 to 17 inches of snow, and it's still coming down. A lot of that's lake-enhanced snow, but even up toward Phillips, inland into Wisconsin, seeing some accumulation of 4 to 5 inches. And of course, we talked about Green Bay getting 3 inches of snow. Now, we're not going to be talking about that, but we are looking at the winds and the cool weather. Here are the winter storm warnings that continue on this May 2nd here in the UP of Michigan. Winter weather advisories in northern parts of the state as well. So that should start to taper off finally, looks like this afternoon. Here's a big cool of cold air just sitting over the Great Lakes, much of the Northeast. This one will finally lift on out as we go through tomorrow. Kind of the transition day, really starting to see things warm up by Thursday and Friday. It looks like that warmer weather will be with us right into the upcoming weekend. Right now, it looks like much of next week will actually be above average for a change. So we got one more cool brisk day today. The sun will return tomorrow, milder weather as well. Maybe not quite where we should be, but getting closer to 60. It looks like it's going to be pretty quiet for the rest of the week going into the upcoming weekend. Maybe an isolated shower, but those would be brief. In general, expect dry weather and that warming trend for the end of the week. 40 in Juneau, 43 in Madison, Janesville 45, Lone Rock at 45. So it is a cool start to our Tuesday morning. Even 37 in Wanakee, Sauk City, 37, Mount Horeb and Cross Plains, both at 36. Northwest winds up there about 10 to 15 miles per hour this morning. It'll be breezy today, maybe not as windy as yesterday. And as mentioned, we'll be kind of on that edge of the cloud cover, a little bit more sunshine to the west, more cloud cover or thicker cloud cover to the east. We'll get up into the low 50s here in Madison, a little bit milder off to the west where they see that sunshine. So the first warn forecast 52 today. We're up close to 60 tomorrow with more sunshine expected. Isolated possibility of a shower. Wouldn't be too concerned about it Thursday and Friday. Temperatures in the 70s to close out the week into the upcoming weekend. A more significant storm will bring us better chance of rain. It looks like later Sunday going into Monday of next week.
You know the saying, all gas, no brakes? Well, that's the best way to describe the Edgewood girls soccer team this season. Undefeated, averaging almost 6 goals a game, and have only allowed 2 goals over 10 matches. So it makes sense that the Crusaders have their sights set on getting back to state for the first time since 2019. Number 1 in their division, 10-0 record, and have 8 shutouts on the season. Yeah, Edgewood is really good at soccer.
For us right now, it's been about winning and learning, not winning or learning.
Part of that learning process is reloading the roster after graduating over 10 seniors.
The key has been some of the kids who had not as high of a role in the team last year stepping into starting roles and performing roles very, very well and very, very naturally.
And also not repeating last season's finish, 1 win short of state.
We got almost a taste of what it's like to get to state, and now we just all really want that.
So no doubt the goal is to hoist the gold ball over their heads in June.
Being a senior and never being able to make it that far, like, it would be huge for everyone, and just to like show that all our hard work is like coming to an end point.
To finish my high school career off, that would be something that I'd be so excited to do, and really hoping that I can help push all the other girls to get to that point, because it just seems like it'd be an amazing experience.
But to get there, the Crusaders just have to keep winning and learning. Couple quiet months for former Badger great J.J. Watt. He entered retirement this offseason, but seems like he's ready for his next adventure, announcing on Twitter yesterday that he's officially retiring from retirement, but not to come back and play. Watt and his wife, Kaelia, are investing in the English soccer club Burnley FC. The Clarets were recently promoted to the English Premier League after winning the English Football League championship. Back to you.
All right, 6:20. We are just getting some word of some breaking news in the Madison area. A 15-year-old has been shot and has been flown to a hospital in the region with his wounds.
Madison police got the call around 2 a.m. last night from UW Hospital. Someone dropped the 15-year-old off at the hospital. He was quickly officers quickly responded there. He is currently in stable condition. There is no word right now on an arrest. We are going to continue to follow this breaking news for you, give you all the updates we can get this morning.
6:21 now. Coming up next, the reason you may want to reach out to your favorite teacher today.
And ahead in our next half hour, a new bill to lower the age to serve alcohol. The new plan to help restaurants and their staff shortage.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices this morning on your Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Watch News 3 Now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach, weeknights.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Here at Precision, we are veteran-owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $10.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Do you guys have a favorite child?
I have a favorite son.
It's me, right?
At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great. Order now at papamurphys.com.
This ring symbolizes the eternity of our relationship.
We met in 7th grade typing class. 16 years later, I said, will you be my girl?
Jesse, I've always been your girl.
Every occasion deserves love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Hey, Dad. What's the ocean like? Are there animals living underwater? Is the ocean warm?
Yeah, it can be very warm.
You were made to remember some days forever. We were made to help you find the best way there.
Try Tide Power Pods with 85% more Tide in every pod.
Who needs that much more Tide?
Everyone's gonna need more Tide.
It's a mess out there. That's why there's 85% more Tide in every Power Pod.
See? Less taxing, more savings. Right now at H&R Carpets and Flooring.
Our flooring is durable and easy care, and it looks beautiful. It really is less taxing, and it's on sale now at H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
So none of us would be where we are today without the teachers who help shape our lives, right? It is National Teacher Appreciation Day, so we want to give you a reason to get out there and thank those teachers in your life. This was actually started by Eleanor Roosevelt. She championed National Teachers Day back in 1953 as a way to honor teachers. The entire week is Teacher Appreciation Week 2, so let them know what they mean to you.
I have to shout out Miss Julie Tess. She was my middle school teacher, English and math, small town of Highland. Made a huge impact on me, still friends to this day. Got to give her a shout out.
And the reason why you give me so much grief over my imperfect English and writing skills.
I'd like to say that I provide you helpful and impactful grammar lessons.
Yes. So
where to put the apostrophe was the question today.
You need to get that Grammarly there, Chris.
I am awful. I am definitely the grammar police.
What about you, Kelly? Any teachers who shaped your life?
Well, I think I mentioned last hour. Miss Winston, I had a big crush on her in second grade.
Yeah, buddy.
How old am I in second grade? I don't know, 10 years old? Not even 10.
Not even.
Yeah,
I think you're
9,
like
10.
7?
Maybe 8. 7, 8.
You should know this. Do you have a second grader? My goodness.
Yeah, I'm a first and a third grader right now.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, so thank you to all the teachers in our lives who help make us who we are today. Quick weather?
Yeah, until we start to the morning, we have temperatures in the 40s. It's going to be another blustery day, but we do have some better weather in the forecast.
We're back after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get Hy-Vee shredded cheese for just $1.48 and Blue Bunny ice cream just $2.99 at Hy-Vee. That's Hy-Vee shredded cheese for just $1.48 and Blue Bunny ice cream just $2.99. Tuesday only and only at Hy-Vee.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
No more suffering from chronic nagging joint pain. The hope for relief is here at QC Kinetics. No surgery or steroids.
Nothing beats giving people their quality of life back. And that's what we do here at QC Kinetics, every day.
Regenerative treatments provide long-term results by addressing the root cause of pain, right in the office. Call for your complimentary consultation today. QC Kinetics. Finally, hope for relief.
Arby's, 2 for $7. Every day, a classic, a favorite, an Arby's legend. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
At Lawton Cates, justice means helping with your medical bills, standing up to the insurance company, and demanding compensation for lost time at work. And there's never a fee until we deliver results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Get Hy-Vee shredded cheese for just $1.48 and Blue Bunny ice cream, just $2.99 at Hy-Vee. That's Hy-Vee shredded cheese for just $1.48 and Blue Bunny ice cream, just $2.99. Tuesday only and only at Hy-Vee.
Right now, another committee says no to the nominee for Human Services. What's behind the confirmation controversy?
Also, worker shortage solution. A new bill would lower the legal age to serve alcohol in the state. Just how young workers would need to be.
And here's your first look outside this morning. One more day of wintry temperatures before Kelly gives us a big change in the forecast.
Yeah, you will need that heavier jacket this morning with temperatures in the lower 40s. And of course, it is brisk, but we do have some warmer weather on the way. And I think you'll like the extended. More on that coming up.
Good morning, everybody. We want to start right away with breaking news this morning of an attempted homicide of a 15-year-old.
Police say they got the call from UW Health at the East Side location around 2 o'clock just this morning, a few hours ago. The boy had gunshot wounds. His condition is listed as stable this morning, according to Madison police.
Detectives from the Violent Crimes Unit are helping, but there is no word right now on an arrest or even a suspect. Again, a 15-year-old victim expected to be okay in this attempted homicide. Now, this is very much a developing story at this hour. As soon as we learn more details, we'll be pushing them out through our Channel 3000 news app. Stay right here with News 3 Now and Channel 3000 for the very latest.
All right, let's get to Kelly Slifka now, your first warn forecast. Not quite as chilly and not wet out there this morning.
Yeah, it's not as damp as what we had yesterday morning. Made for just a really miserable start to our Monday. Today, it's not damp. It's just chilly, and the northwest winds are adding to that chill. Sitting at 43 right now in Madison, Juneau at 40. We've got low to mid 40s off to the west. And it's also the wind. We have these winds up there about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not as windy as yesterday, but still a breeze coming in out of the northwest at 10 to 20 will add to the chill. And this will be the last really cool day. I think we're finally getting over this hump, as we will start to transition to milder weather. Tomorrow will be the transition day with some sunshine. Temperatures maybe not quite where they should be yet, but we'll get close. We'll get up closer to 60 tomorrow and maybe some 70s by the end of the week. Generally dry. Can't rule out an isolated shower, but for the most part, pretty quiet going into the weekend. We're right on the edge of the clouds today. We'll see a little bit of sunshine, but from Dane County areas to the east, looking at clouds to fill in once again this afternoon. More sunshine in southwestern Wisconsin from Platteville, Boscobel, Lone Rock, and Mineral Point. Cloud cover here in Madison this afternoon. Should still warm up into the lower 50s today. Now, we're near where we should be yet. Maybe an isolated shower. I think most of us will stay dry. Temperatures in the lower 50s. More on the extended forecast into the weekend coming up.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. Let's take a look at Green Bay this morning. They're seeing snow on the ground in May for only the 18th time in the last 200 years. It's been more than a decade since they last saw snow this late, back in 2010. They've got about 3 inches on the ground after yesterday's storm.
We might finally be out of the woods when it comes to winter weather. You can keep an eye on the 10-day forecast yourself over on the First Warn Weather app. Just search WISC Weather in your app store.
All right, it's 6:32. The fate of Dane County's next director of Human Services is now up to the full county board.
This after yet another no vote in committee against Representative Sheila Stubbs. Emotions running pretty high last night after the Personnel and Finance Committee voted not to approve her appointment. It comes after a similar vote last week at the Health and Human Needs Committee meeting. Members at last night's meeting acknowledged comments alleging discrimination against Stubbs, but argued that their lack of recommendation was based solely on job requirements, as well as what they believe is what's best for the community.
Is a position charged with policy oversight and management of a complex array of services. And in my opinion, looking at Representative Stubbs' work history, I don't see a level of management experience needed at the scale that this department requires.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi, meantime, says that last week's committee decision was unprecedented and is criticizing the line of questioning put forth by some members. Whether Stubbs can overcome the opposition will be decided Thursday when the full Dane County board will meet to discuss her appointment. A man who police say shot and killed a home intruder has a pretrial conference scheduled for today. Jose Gomez isn't facing charges, though, in the intruder's death. Instead, he's accused of possession with intent to deliver. Possessing a gun as a felon maintaining a drug trafficking place, and other charges. The shooting happened last August. Police say Wisconsin's Castle Doctrine, protecting a homeowner's rights to defend their property, prevented Gomez from facing homicide charges.
A live look at the state capitol this morning, where a group of doctors wants to take down Wisconsin's 150-year-old abortion ban. The first of a number of hearings on the 1849 law is scheduled for Thursday. The physicians are seeking an injunction. They argue the ban is vague, making it hard for them to determine which abortions are lawful. The confusion is due to when doctors can intervene to, quote, save the life of the mother per the law. Sheboygan County's district attorney is trying to dismiss the injunctions. He argues they must show there is no possible application of the ban that could be constitutional.
Also at the state capitol, Republicans are circulating a bill that would make it legal for kids as young as 14 to serve alcohol in the state. In a memo, the lawmakers say it would be a simple solution to workforce shortage issues plaguing the state's food and beverage industry. The current law requires waitstaff to be 18 or older to serve alcohol. This new bill would allow 14 to 17-year-olds to serve customers who are seated but not at the bar. Wisconsin would be the first state to pass a bill like this. Democratic lawmakers believe this is not the solution to fix the worker shortage, while some owners think it might help.
If we actually care about making it easier for employers to hire people, we need to address the childcare shortage. We need to address transportation and paid family leave, things that employers have been asking for, especially throughout the state budget process.
I don't see a problem having it, but with everything, there's going to be a couple mishaps of it. But they could help out for the lunch rush, the dinner rush, you know, for us, the brewers rush. It would definitely help us out. But again, as long as it's done responsibly.
The bill still has a long way to go before it would pass. It needs to pass the Assembly, Senate, and the governor.
A Wisconsin-based cleaning company is accused of employing children for dangerous jobs at more than a dozen meatpacking plants across the country. PSSI is based in Keeler in southwest Wisconsin. Cargill, Tyson Foods, and JBS Meat Processors have all cut ties with the company, claiming the kids are forced to clean dangerous equipment. PSSI maintains it doesn't hire kids and that identity theft might be responsible for the issue. They have since hired an old Border Patrol officer to help with training against accidentally hiring children. The company has also been ordered to pay a $1.5 million fine.
If you live in Rock County, listen to this. Health officials are urging you to test your well water to make sure it's safe. The concern are nitrates that can lead to health problems. State and county programs are available to fix, replace, or use a treatment system to mitigate the impacts of nitrates. Rock County's environmental health director says over the past several decades, nitrate levels in the county have continued to rise.
If you have tested in the last 2 years and your nitrates are high, we would offer a free test to confirm those nitrates to make you eligible for one of these programs.
At this time, the county does also offer a free-to-use digital map where people can see where high nitrate levels have been tested in the past.
All right, it's 6:37. There's a pop-up bookstore in Minnesota this morning with the story behind it unlike any other. Take a look at this. All of these 300,000 books once belonged to Jeanette Kamen. She was an avid reader who started collecting them in her apartment a lifetime ago. Her library grew so large she had to buy a house for her books, then another, and then a third. She never married or had kids, but books might as well have been her children.
She just wanted to live her dream of having all of these books and being surrounded by books, which is so amazing, and just having the guts to, you know, buy 3 homes on her own it's fantastic.
A married couple that flips houses is now selling the books at what they're calling the Book Ladies Library. The pop-up bookstore has been 97 years in the making. It's open weekends through the end of May in St. Paul.
Before long, you'll need another house to keep all your old antique windows.
I was going to say, one lady's books is another person's windows or trash. It's 6:38. We'll leave it at that. The Wisconsin roller coaster of weather continues when we'll see some well-deserved temperatures 10 degrees above the average.
Can't wait for that. And the federal COVID-19 public health emergency is just about to end. Coming up next, the emergency measures that will no longer be required.
And we're in the 608 this morning with more on Felicia's donation closet, the mission behind it, and how you can help with their 3rd annual casino night this weekend.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend Ortho Team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
We started with 50, and now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. We want to take out your old windows and install new Eco Sky windows featuring sky mirror technology and insulated frames for superior energy efficiency. Call Mad City Windows, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for new Eco Sky windows. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, receive a free design consultation and lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, 30 homeowners who call now get special savings with free installation on a house full of new windows. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. And if you call during this program, you get a free $50 Amazon gift card with your estimate. Be sure to ask about Mad City's Do More discount for additional savings on a new bath, shower, or kitchen cabinet refacing. Mad City is the company your neighbors trust.
It was just smooth sailing, honestly. They just came in here and did what they were known to do, and they were really good at it.
More than 50,000 satisfied customers trust Mad City. A+ rated with the BBB. And now take a look at our Eco Sky windows with insulated glass and fusion welded frames to give your home an energy upgrade. Be sure to ask about the tax credit on new Energy Star rated windows. And now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need new windows. 30 homeowners who call now will save with free installation on a house full of new windows. No interest and no payments till 2025. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify. 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend Ortho Team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
Show us your weather photos, and you could win a First Warn weather umbrella. Send us your weather pics in an email or on the First Warn weather app. We'll select and showcase the winning entries each day on News 3 Now This Morning and News 3 Now at 6. Send in your pics to win a First Warn weather umbrella today.
A 106-year-old masterpiece.
The detail in this building is hard to grasp.
What would it cost to replace our iconic state capitol?
Learn why the number I discovered is just the beginning.
The Price of Perfection, Thursday at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now This Morning.
Welcome back. Starting next Thursday, federal employees will no longer have to be vaccinated against COVID-19. That's because on May 11th, the U.S. COVID-19 public health emergency officially ends. The requirement has been the subject of much controversy. Last year, the Supreme Court said the federal government can't mandate businesses to require vaccination, but it can do so for its own employees and certain healthcare workers.
Meanwhile, free COVID-19 tests won't be guaranteed after May 11th. Pharmacists and other retailers still have home tests around. Costs may be covered up front by insurance or reimbursed. The FDA has extended the expiration date for many of those home testing kits beyond what's on the box. So you might want to check the FDA's website before you throw them out.
6:42. Here's a reminder, it could always be worse. You're taking a live look at Marquette, Michigan, where the snow is still falling at this hour. They're under a storm warning right now. They're expecting upwards of 2 feet when all is said and done. So if you were complaining about the rain yesterday, at least there's not 24 inches on the ground, Kelly.
Yeah, they've had already 12 to about 17 inches up in the Marquette area up here in the UP. Of course, this is lake-enhanced snow, so that's why it typically is a lot higher right near the shoreline there of Lake Superior. But even inland areas as you get up toward Phillips, around Rhinelander, several to 5 inches of snow. That one more piece of energy might come down our way. Can't rule out a isolated shower, but we're actually seeing some clearing. Eau Claire is clear this morning down toward Black River Falls, La Crosse. And then as you get toward Richland Center and west of Mineral Point, seeing some of that clearing. But this is a large storm system. That cold front has sunk all the way down into northern Florida. Finally, it's going to be moving on out, it looks like, over the next 24 hours, and we're going to get into some better weather. But they still have the winter storm warnings in effect for the UP. This is in effect until 2 o'clock So that snow machine should finally start to wind down. And then we are going to be enjoying some really nice weather. Temperatures running well above average. Basically, the eastern half of the United States expecting above average temperatures as we go into this weekend and much of next week. So just got to hang tight. This will be the last real cool day. Rather brisk out there as well. We will return to some sunshine tomorrow. Starting to warm up, not quite where we should be yet, but then we'll get into the upper 60s to around 70. And generally quiet to end the week, into the weekend. Can't rule out an isolated shower, it looks like, going into Thursday and Friday. 43 this morning in Madison, 40 in Juneau. We've got some lower 40s off to the west where they are seeing some clearing right now in Sauk City. Mount Horeb looking at 37 degrees. Sun Prairie 37, Cottage Grove currently 39. Same goes for Stoughton this morning. Wind speeds are a factor, about 10 to 15 this morning. They'll pick up 10 to 20 going into the afternoon. A little bit of sun at times. Then areas east, we'll start to see that cloud cover move back in and retrograde basically to the west. But areas to the west of Lone Rock, Mineral Point, over to Boscobel, looking at some sunshine. So they'll be in the mid to upper 50s today. We'll be in the low 50s. Maybe not even get up to 50 areas to the east. 52 today, your first warm forecast. Variably cloudy skies. 60 tomorrow. Partly sunny skies for Thursday and Friday. Maybe an isolated shower. Most of us won't see them, so not too big of a deal. And we're in the 70s this upcoming weekend.
All right, Kelly Slifka, some good news coming up in the forecast. I think we've earned it. In the 608 this morning, we've got some ways that you can help out a local nonprofit called Felicia's Donation Closet.
Josh Breider live in Dane this morning with the important story behind the cause. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we're learning a little bit about the mission and the importance here in our community, but also how you can help, and your help is desperately needed right now. Felicia Denny is the CEO and founder of Felicia's Donation Closet. Felicia, you started this back in 2019, and this is really an important cause for you.
Absolutely. It is definitely true to my heart.
You know, talk a little bit about where this all started and how far this has come over the last few years.
Well, like I said, it started with a couch, and it just kind of snowballed into this huge nonprofit organization. And we're always looking for any donations of furniture, kitchen supplies, bath supplies, and also monetary donations. That's pretty much what makes us be able to keep doing what we're doing in order to keep helping the people in need.
Yeah, and it's important to note, you're helping those folks that have been domestically abused. So women, children, whoever that may be. And how many have you been able to help so far since you started this?
We've helped 73 moms and 120 children.
That's crazy because, it started with the couch for you. And to think about how far that's come, for you as the founder, what does that mean for you?
Well, I'm a survivor myself. So for me, just being able to give back to the community and help these women because I understand what they've gone through is just so important to me.
So this is an opportunity this week now. It's your biggest fundraiser of the year. We're talking about the third annual casino night happening this weekend. A bunch of items here behind us. You guys are really ready to have a good time and support this cause this weekend.
Yes, absolutely. So please come, wear your best gold outfit at a chance of winning a prize. You can go on the online auction right now, and also there will be a live auction. We have a diamond raffle where you have a chance of winning a 1-carat diamond that is valued at $6,000. So it's a win-win.
Awesome. So a little bit of everything. Let's throw the information up on the screen. So again, this is happening this Saturday, so people are interested, they can get their tickets right now.
Absolutely.
So if people are also interested, you guys are always looking for help, and your goal eventually is to be able to not be working out of your house, right? You want to be able to have some sort of a warehouse.
Yes, we are looking to have a warehouse where we can operate out of because my garage is currently full, my house is full, and one of my board members, Marcia's house, is also completely full. And we have 2 storage units that are overfilling, and we don't want to turn away beautiful things for these future families. So we really need a warehouse that we can operate out of.
Well, let's make it happen. And of course, you have a lot of volunteers that are working with you, and you can do without their help too.
Yes, so if anybody wants to volunteer, we're always looking for volunteers too.
Yeah, so a lot of ways to give back. Felicia, thank you so much. Good luck this weekend. Hope you guys have a wonderful event.
Thank you.
We'll have all this up on channel3000.com. I place links right up there right now, so you can have links to what you can expect with the auction. There's also other ways that you can give back right here in the 608, guys. Have a good time this weekend, but also giving to an important cause. Super, super important.
Great opportunity,
Casino
Josh Breider.
night? Come on. Let's do some good. Thanks for telling us about it, Josh.
Remember to let Josh know it inspires you in the 608. There is his handle. There it is for Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, also his email address.
Coming up in the morning sprint, Madison police pledged to crack down on the Mifflin Street block party.
But first, it's May 2nd. We want to say happy birthday to Zyla and all the kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us here on News 3 Now this morning. Happy birthday, Zyla.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Menards has what you need to grow the perfect lawn. All 11% off. ProMix grass seed is fast working and contains added nutrients for a richer and healthier lawn. Pick up a bag today, just $10.99 each after rebate. Create the yard of your dreams with Pennington One-Step Sun and Shade Lawn Patch. It's everything you need to grow lush, thick grass, pre-mixed and ready to use. This bag is just $12.99 after 11% rebate right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
As the sun rises, we raise the flag, a symbol of all that we hold most dear as Americans. Courage, opportunity, democracy, freedom. They're the values and beliefs that built this country and still beat in our hearts. But they're under attack by an extreme movement that seeks to overturn elections, ban books, and eliminate a woman's right to choose. Joe Biden has made defending our basic freedoms the cause of his presidency. The freedom for women to make their own health care decisions. The freedom for our children to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to vote and have your vote counted. For seniors to live with dignity. And to give every American the freedom that comes with a fair shot at building a good life. In small towns and big cities, we raise our heads, our eyes, our hearts for America. For the idea of this great country. Joe Biden is running for re-election to make certain that the sun will not set on this flag. The promise of American democracy will not break.
Democracy must not be a partisan issue. It's an American issue. As your president, I will defend our democracy with every fiber of my being, and I'm asking every American to join me.
For freedom, for democracy, for America. Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start with breaking news this morning of an attempted homicide of a 15-year-old. Police say they got the call from UW Health at its East Side Hospital around 2 a.m. The boy had gunshot wounds. He is in stable condition this morning. Detectives from the Violent Crimes Unit are helping out, but there is no word right now on an arrest or even a suspect.
This is a very much developing story this morning. As soon as we learn more, we'll push them out. We'll push out any new details through our Channel 3000 news apps. Stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for the very latest.
Continuing controversy surrounding a state representative and her pending board appointment. The full Dane County Board will now decide the fate of Sheila Stubbs. This after 2 committees voted no on her confirmation, saying their decision is based solely on the requirements of the job. The full board will meet on the topic this coming Thursday.
Madison police say that with more people and more intoxication, they're actively working to stop next year's Mifflin Street block party. Officers say this year they arrested 44 and saw people touching power lines, kicking a nurse, injuring an officer, and seeing high schoolers in attendance. MPD is working now on a plan to bring what they call a potential major catastrophe to an end.
Green Bay seeing snow on the ground in May for only the 18th time in the last 200 years. It's been more than a decade since they last saw snow this late, back in 2010. They've got 3 inches on the ground after yesterday's storm.
Air show fans can now buy tickets to this year's Milwaukee Air and Water Show. Spectators can anticipate aerial performances, including the Blue Angels and the U.S. Air Force's F-16 team. The show, held at McKinley Park in Bradford Beach along the coast of Lake Michigan every year. It's going to be the only time you can see the Blue Angels in Wisconsin this year, so make note of that. It runs July 22nd and 23rd. If you're interested in tickets, go to mkeairwatershow.com.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, The Mandalorian, Stranger Things. Some of your favorite shows, they could all be held up thanks to a writer's strike that started overnight. After failing to meet a midnight agreement, the Writers Guild of America will now stop working. The companies impacted include Netflix, CBS, Disney, and Amazon. The last writer's strike was in 2007. It lasted 100 days and led to many delayed and even canceled shows.
This morning in France, union leaders are calling for a nationwide protest. Clashes erupted within the first half hour of demonstrations in Paris yesterday. The unions have vowed to fight against President Emmanuel Macron's pension reform. Despite the many months of strikes and sporadic violence, more than 62% of the French are sympathetic to this movement.
Aerosmith is ready to walk this way right off the stage and into retirement. After 50 years, the band has announced a farewell tour. A 40-date North America tour will kick off in Philadelphia on Labor Day weekend. Aerosmith not playing any Wisconsin shows, but one in Chicago is scheduled for September 15th. Tickets go on sale Friday morning.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as we continue with this cool, blustery weather across much of the Badger State. Still piling up that snow up there in the UP of Michigan. Some locations near Marquette could be talking about a foot. We just have clouds around. Some of these clouds trying to break up here in the Madison area. But as we look at our sky cam out in Platteville, they got crystal clear blue skies. So we've been right on the edge. Southwestern Wisconsin seeing the clearing right now, and they should see quite a bit of sunshine. But looking at very blue cloudy skies in Madison, thicker clouds to the east, temperatures in the 40s this morning. Winds right now 7 to 15 miles per hour. They are expected to get up to about 20 miles per hour at times today. So not as windy as yesterday, but still blustery and keeping our temperatures cooler than average. As mentioned, a little bit of sunshine coming through this morning. You notice how these clouds generally backfill across the Madison area, not quite hitting western Wisconsin. That's why it'll be warmer. Lower 50s in Madison, a little cooler. Watertown and Juneau with upper 40s. So as you plan your day, you'll still need that heavier jacket, especially with that wind out of the northwest up there at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A little bit of sunshine at times today. More sunshine expected tomorrow as we transition into some much warmer weather. Maybe talking about 70s for the upcoming weekend. Just a slight chance of a shower Saturday.
Oh, I can't wait for the 70s.
I'm ready. Bring it on.